Good afternoon, Cathedral, and welcome back to another Views from the Hill podcast. I'm Seth Menser, joined with Jeffrey Utzinger. Coming off a great spring break. We started really on a great note. Championship in basketball. Let's welcome basketball players Jackson Edwards and Tayshawn Comer. Glad to have you guys on. We have some special players here. Tayshawn, City Player of the Year, shot nearly 50% from the field, averaging 16 points per game. Well, Jackson, averaging 11 points per game and shooting over 40% from the three-point line. Both Indiana All-Stars. Guys, it's the first time since 1998 you won a state championship in basketball, let alone first private school in the 4A. How did it feel winning a state championship?
It's crazy. I really feel like we're the best ones that ever played basketball in Indiana right now. That's what it feels like to me.
I can say, man, it wasn't the easiest road, but when you fight through adversity, it's always success on the other side. So when we really locked in and got to business, it just felt good to win.
Yeah, Jax, you said kind of just felt like you were the best team in Indiana ever. You've been a 4-year starter now. You've played on a lot of these past years' teams. What made this year so different?
I would say chemistry. Last couple of years, our chemistry ain't been the best. It's been a lot of behind-the-scenes things that a lot of people don't know about. But, this year everybody just believed in each other and everybody played their role together. Once we really, we went through the season, we had our patches when we was playing bad and, losing. But, we came together at the right time in the postseason and we started clicking and we won the state championship.
Yeah, you mentioned just working together and really attacking. And Coach Delaney, obviously being a very praised coach, but over the last, what was it, 7, 8 years, you guys are in the hardest sectionals in the state. This year was the first year you guys made it out. Sure enough, you guys go on to win state. Talk about the struggles that this program has had over, this last decade of, getting past that first step.
Yeah, I feel like once we seen when we move the ball and what it can do for us, that's really when we start clicking. We went through times in the game where we did, come down one dribble, one shot. But once we saw when we could pass the ball and we all move and cut and get our touches and we score better and just make it easier.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we really just connected the whole way through. We've been connected since freshman year. We all started together, different paths on freshman varsity, JV, stuff like that. But we all made it together on varsity at the end. It was really just cool how we all played together at the end.
So with multiple Division I players on the court at all times, was it ever hard to share the ball?
It was kind of hard sometimes, but we got past it. It was a little chip we had throughout the times, but it wasn't too much. It wasn't anything too big that we couldn't get past and make us to stop us win the championship.
I just think it was just getting past the first game. That's what I just think it was, and it become like when we had lost to Arsenal Tech and Carmel this year. We knew why we had lost. We just wasn't playing with toughness, and we knew with the schedule we built, we wasn't gonna win every game. So Coach Delaney did a good job with preparing us by putting together a tough schedule. So all we did was play through tough games and had to play with toughness. And, facing adversity and battling through those and seeing everything going to overtime, hitting the last second shots and stuff like that, I just think that molded us into being able to run through our section the way we did. Within the other years, it's been hard because, everybody didn't buy in on the team. So, this year everybody bought in and, you feel me, we succeeded.
Yeah, it really was the first game, like Tay said, Delaney prepared us throughout the season with the schedules. The schedule he put for us with the games we played, all the pressure throughout the games, we were prepared for it. The first game we played, it wasn't really too much. It felt like a regular season game almost because we prepared for it when we played Louisville Male, which I would say probably one of the toughest games we played, and that game we played right before sectional, so it really prepared us. And then like Tay said, throughout the years, my freshman year, I forget who we lost to. And then my sophomore year, I sat out. But I know we lost to lost to, I think Ellen, was it? Ellen, I think. Or Addicts, yeah. Then junior year we lost to Ellen. So it's really just we always played the toughest team very first time. So getting past that first game was really just all we need to do.
So you know that you had to attack this year differently. How did you guys say you're so well prepared. When did you guys start preparing for this season exactly?
And I would say we've been preparing for years, but I would say we started 6 a.m. workouts, which they start in like a week. So I would say we started in April, and then, you know, like this, yeah, because, you know, Delaney, he's furious. Everybody was furious. We weren't supposed to lose first round every year. But, yeah, I say we started 6 a.m. Them 6 a.m.s are no joke. Every 2 days a week, and then in June and July, one of those months, that's when we got to roll and really seeing what we can do as a team, really clicking and coming together. And then we hit the season, and then we kind of, you know, fell off a little bit. But, I mean, we got it picked up what we needed to.
Yeah, you guys have touched on how you guys feel about Coach Delaney. I've been lucky enough to interview him before and see the way he is on social media and just see what a great guy he is. How do you guys, you know, see Coach Delaney not only as your coach but as a mentor?
He really just a great guy to be around. Just throughout all the years, real positive guy. Always help us, always push us to be the best we could be. Always help us strive for greatness and everything with his quotes and all his great speeches that he gives us throughout the years and everything. He's really just a great guy, great coach to be around.
Yeah, I'd say it's really the mentor part. He ain't just only a coach, you know. And he always says if somebody asks him this is the greatest team he ever coached, he said he would never know until we have kids and, you know, we become successful in life besides basketball. And that just really showed me who he is as a person. You know, it's bigger than basketball. He isn't just coaching us. He's teaching us how to be men at the end of the day, you know. And I highly thank Coach Delaney for all the things he's done. Even behind the scenes, you guys don't know, he's done a lot with a lot of my success. And that's why I tell him now my success is your success. So, you know, I thank him a lot.
So with it not only being about basketball, I saw that Mr. Neeson came a part of your guys' team. What did he mean to this year's team?
He really just helped us spiritualize by like helping us believe in ourselves a lot, help us believe in our chemistry and like if we keep playing hard, then we can really be the first ones to win. And like him, like every time he came, he would say like we would face adversity and how we faced adversity at the beginning of the season, we overcame it. And in some games we fell short, but we always pushed through in the end. And he just kept helping us. What's it called? Always keep pushing harder to the next step.
Yeah, Mr. Neeson, when he first came in, I didn't know how it was going to go, but seeing it really, like, help us and really understand the Bible, as in just not like the Bible, but just like using it in our life terms, you know, and putting it towards basketball. He really helped us with just spiritually being locked in and being ready to go and not letting who we play, like, make us look like we're not ready to play or any of that. But I really thank Mr. Neeson for everything he's done, a lot of time he put in, you know, and him leaving his kids sometimes to come help us. But I appreciate that a lot.
Jackson, I'm sure that part was huge for you this year. I know last year you were getting ready for possibly a breakout season, then you come down with a knee injury and had to sit out. How did you deal with that in your head, and then Mr. Neeson coming in, how did that all help?
It was really kind of just like a confidence issue, and then he helped with like helping me believe in myself more, and just helped me keep pushing myself to do the things I can do now, and just help me just like when I injured myself, when I was coming back, I was focused on trying to get back to the guy I was before I injured myself, and how good I could be and stuff like that, because everybody was telling me the potential I could have and everything, stuff like that. And it was really just trying to get myself to that moment where I could reach that potential and stuff like that. So it was really just helping me believe in myself.
Was there ever times that you were a little bit like overwhelmed with the publicity that you could possibly get?
I think at the beginning of the season, I kind of was overwhelmed myself and us as a team also. with like all the headlines and everything. Us the number one team, number one team in the state or in the city, stuff like that, and just like all the interviews, stuff like that, all the Instagram posts, all that stuff like that. I think we kind of was, and then after a little while, we let it sink in, and we didn't worry about it anymore, and then we just got right back on track.
Tay, I know probably big for you too. How did you handle that? You know, now you are the school's leading scorer in history. Congratulations, by the way. You should have been Mr. Basketball, or at least a nominee in our eyes. You got robbed from that, but you are one to have had a lot of recognition. So how did you deal with that?
Man, I could say just staying level-headed, understanding like everything is not a praise, I've got praise, I've got hate, I got all of that, but just understanding, use all of it as motivation to keep going. I still keep that chip on my shoulder because I just feel like, what happened with the Mr. Basketball thing is just, it's crazy, but it is what it is. Staying locked in and staying in the gym and just always I'm just trying to carry my team to win, try to be a leader and, just stay level-headed. That's it, really be humble, stay level-headed.
So you're going to use that fire when you go into college?
Yeah, no, for sure. I got to. Definitely.
How do you feel about EKU?
Man, I love it, man. I love the coaches. I love the fans. Just the love they showed me on my official visit and just the love they showed me throughout the season. Even the AAU season, EYBL, they showed me mad love and just they always kept it real with me. Like, I could talk to them like, I know they're my coaches, but I could talk to them as my uncles and stuff like that. It just makes me feel like at home and family wise when it comes to the coaches. So I think that was my biggest reason why I picked EKU.
Jackson, we knew we were coming to you next.
Got to give us a little inside.
I don't really know what's going on with me right now. I'm really just trying to see what the next step is. Just wait. My process right now is really just waiting, like what I did before, but before I signed in the first place to Murray. Just waiting to see who reaches out and everything like that, and then just taking visits right now. I'm taking a visit to Butler coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, go Dogs, let's go.
And talking to some other big schools. So really just seeing who reaches out.
So why'd you choose Murray State in the first place?
I did because of the coaches. I mean, it was a good team, good program and everything.
Definitely.
I got a good history and everything like that. But it was really because of the coaching and everything, the program and the players. It's pretty cool like that. They accepted me and everything when I came there. It just felt like family and everything.
You are still keeping them in your top choices though, right? Yeah. Okay. So you said visiting Butler. What other schools we looking at?
I'm talking to Northwestern right now. Loyola is pretty cool. Ball State is pretty cool. I'm supposed to be hearing from Michigan pretty soon, and then LSU is where I'm. Yeah, I mean not Michigan State, my fault.
So what do you think Cathedral has to offer in basketball next year?
I think they got a lot to offer. They got a good name with the program now. A lot of good history coming out of the program, and a lot of good players still in the program. Still, Jerron, Jake, Xavier, and Sincere to lead the program next year. That's gonna be really good to watch and really good to see how they perform.
I feel like the team has an advantage because they know what winning feels like now, and they got some young players. Especially, we already know we have vets that played a lot this year that's coming back, but just knowing that they have some sophomores, well, freshmen now, but sophomores next year coming in as, ready to play since they played a little bit of varsity too. And just being able to go against us every day, just preparing us with, like, our certain drills we did was just pushing them because we knew, like, we had to come in and lead those guys just for, even if we didn't win state, just for them to be better than next year's. So I think that team has a bright future.
Yeah, I would say that's what led us to our second state championship was the leadership we had the year we won it. And us being juniors that year, it really, once we got that feeling and we knew what it took, that's when it really pushed us forward to the next level to repeat. And I think basketball definitely has a good chance too. You got, like you said, Booker, Jake, Jaron and Sincere were all top 100 players heading into next year, which is crazy to hear. But Xavier Possible, Mr. Basketball, hopefully he makes a USA basketball team. So I think it's in great hands.
Yeah, I think class of 22 is just a different breed.
Yeah. 23 gets a lot of recognition, but
Well, what are your guys' plans for next year? What are you guys majoring in?
I really don't have no clue. Maybe like I thought about engineering, but I was just like, I don't know about all that. But maybe business. My brother's a business real estate, so I might get into that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about maybe business, maybe like sports medicine, maybe. I don't really know. I'm kind of all over the place right now.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard.
I still don't know yet, so.
Yeah, I'm doing sports media and then minor in business. All right, well, thanks for coming on, guys. You can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at VFTH Podcast. We got previous podcasts with Reese Horn, Kevin Bowen, Reese Sanders on the podcast app, Spotify, YouTube. You can follow us on YouTube, too, at Go Cathedral High School. And we will see you next week. Thanks.